Hi, everybody. Welcome to Debbie and Kellie Live. I'm Kellie Lynn Knott.
And I'm Debbie Williamson.
We are so pleased to have you tuning in today. We have a very special guest, someone we've known for a long time.
Many years. Yes, this is exciting.
Debbie,
and she's Canadian. So she's as far away as you can get from Hawaii right now.
So our guest's name is Barb Earle, and we've known her in many incarnations. She has run many different businesses, but is always in the service industry. And by service, I mean wellness, helping people find their best life, helping people feel good in their bodies, and helping people feel good in their hearts. Well, recently, Barb's journey has taken a new turn, and she is now adding neuroscience to life coaching. She's a certified neurotransformational coach, and she's going to tell us more today about what that is and also give us specific tools for how to use that. How can you use that?
This is exciting.
Should we bring Barb in?
Let's bring her.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, Barb. It's so nice to see you. This is such a great way to stay connected. This neuroscience coaching is just so brilliant, and I'd really love for you to share a little bit about, like, how is this different from other coaching?
Yeah, I find it actually fascinating. There's two things that we look at when we think about neuroscience coaching. Well, one of them is neuroplasticity, and the other one is the integration of all the brain hemispheres and a couple of the networks. So in neuroplasticity, what we do is we talk about your thoughts, emotions, and actions, all the ones that are ingrained in your brain, some of them effective, some of them not effective. So neuroplasticity is when, think of the pathways as circuits in your brain. When you think, feel, or do, they get lit up. And the more you use them, the stronger, more well-developed they get. Well, life is as life is. Some of those thoughts, emotions, and actions are effective, and some of them are ineffective. So in neuroscience coaching, we work on creating new neural pathways. So that gives us greater choice, possibilities, different perspectives. That's one aspect. And the other aspect is integration. So we've got a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere, and sometimes we get caught up in one or the other. And to actually have those two integrated gives us more information, again, about what we want to do in our life. And there's two networks as well, one where we're dreaming and envisioning, and the other one where we're on task. So to combine those two, again, we get more information on what we want to do with our life.
So really, your brain is being rewired or changing through this, correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is great. I love this aspect of neuroplasticity, because it is true. What we repeat becomes a groove in the brain, something that if we were to study the brain or look at the brain, we could see it. If there's something that we repeat over and over again, and this is something that musicians use with repetitive tasks, you know, this is why we practice the way that we do. And how great to take a tool that is essentially practicing what you want to create to strengthen it. It sounds like. Is that a part of it?
Yeah. I'm a musician as well, not professional like you, Kellie, but I think I am in ways. And it helps the practice, the repetition. So when we put that towards something else we want to do in our life, it's possible. So the use of neuroplasticity is like an ally for us.
That's excellent.
I love it. And, you know, now it's a time where, like, fear and self-judgment and there's a lot of stress. So how can this help us with that?
With the stress part, there's so many different ways you can help with it, or you can go about dealing with stress. And one of the first things is not to suppress it. That's the most ineffective way to do it. The next thing you could do is pause, name the emotion. And that is like a shift from an area of your brain that triggers stress response, to an area of your brain where there's a little bit more executive function. So that pulls you a little bit further away from that stress response. And then there's a few other things you can do. Can you control the situation? What other perspectives are there? Being mindful and just honoring how you feel.
Excellent. I love that. And that last piece that you're talking about, we're almost coaching yourself, asking yourself some really mindful questions to help sort of shift the energy and actually shift what's going on with your brain chemistry and your body chemistry. This reminds me of something that Debbie has a tool for as well, but observer mind, sort of witnessing what's going on. And when we were talking with you previously, and in some of the notes that you sent us, you mentioned this. Can you explain a little bit about observer mind and what that is?
Right, because you mentioned like you pull yourself away. So is that part of it?
Right. And what's interesting about this, and the further I get into the neuroscience part of life, yoga just keeps going up more, and because it's all about consciousness and being mindful. So observer mind is being able to observe all your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions without self-judgment. Without being dragged down by it. It's almost like you're witness to what's happening so that you can learn from it. What's important?
Well, I like it because for me, it's almost like an out-of-body experience. It's kind of like you're walking down the street and you see a crack and you tell yourself, I'm not going to trip on that crack. And then right away, like you trip on it. Right. But you can almost see yourself going in slow motion. You know, it's like you're watching yourself.
Yeah.
And I look at it too, like if I'm arguing with Mark, my husband, you know, it's like I almost see myself in anger, and sometimes we just start laughing because it's like you're observing yourself in this like crazy situation, and why are we doing this?
Exactly. It's like practicing self-compassion over self-judgment.
Yes.
I love that. Debbie, you have a tool that sort of illustrates this in a way. Is that all right if I bring that up?
Yeah, that would be great. Well, and you mentioned yoga, and I know you, Barb, from, I think we met through yoga. That's how we first started our relationship. And one of my favorite stories is the, autobiography in 5 short chapters. And it's kind of like that crack where you walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, and you fall in. And right away, like, I'm lost, I'm helpless, it isn't my fault, and it takes forever to find your way out. That's chapter 1. And then the next time, chapter 2, you walk down the same street, there's the hole. It's like, you're witnessing it again, but you don't see it, you fall in, you fell in it before, and now you can't believe you're in the same place. It isn't my fault. And it takes a long time to get out. And like, we're almost in denial.
Yeah.
Until the next chapter. You walk down that same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. This time I see it, but I still fall in. It's my fault. I know where I am, and I get out immediately.
Okay, so what I like about this is we're starting to see the transition. Instead of it's not my fault, it happened to me. Maybe it's my fault, but I know what to do. And now I'm taking a different action.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I look at it almost like even like some of the arguments that Mark and I would get into where like we know this is going nowhere, but why are we still going through these actions and still doing this? And then we realize, okay, like nothing's happening. This isn't helping us. So the next chapter, you walk down the same street, there's a deep hole, you walk around it. Mm. And I look at like, being married for 30 years, as soon as like one of us like is ready to attack or get in attack mode, it's almost, we both kind of look at each other and, we've been down this road before. It's not going to solve anything. What can we do to solve this? And then really it's, we take a new direction. We walk down a different street. And this is so much about life. And this is what you're talking about with being the witness, and also that neuroplasticity is it takes this practice. Right. And we're not going to do it right away, right? We're going to make these mistakes over and over and over. And then it clicks because we're using those tools that you said.
Right. And what I love about the observer mind is to be able to sit back and go, oh, well, I tried it. Didn't work this time. I'm going to try it again in the future.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, we don't know the answer, but as long as we, take a step, get into action, we find our way.
Well, and this is something I want to ask you about, Barb, because I know that you work with businesses, you work with teams, and you work individually with people who want to experience this type of coaching. How can they become involved with you if they want to do a session with you, or they want to do a block of sessions, or have you come into their business?
Right. Well, they can contact me at hello@lifewideopen.ca, and I would love to sit down and chat for a free 30-minute coaching session, and basically just talk, get to know what you're after, what your challenges are, and if we connect and whatnot, then carry on with some coaching or some speaking events.
Excellent, excellent. And we'll make sure that that's here on the screen so everybody can see that you have that as a resource. Definitely reach out to Barb if you want to learn more. And it really is, you'll spend time with Barb getting to know her, and she'll spend time getting to know you so that you'll know if it's the right fit. I have an instinct that it will be.
Well, and I love when you talk to a coach, and you know, I coach too, and I hire other coaches to help me, because when you have these powerful conversations, you walk away with, you know, new tools, new direction, and just like a new sense of self. Yes. And I love that. I love those powerful meetings where we just get set right on the path. It's like, okay, I'm ready to go down that new street.
Yeah, love it. Just love it.
Well, Barb, you prepped a beautiful video for us with some tools that people can use to sort of really take this into their own personal practice right now, something they can do from home right now. Let me cue up that video, and then we're going to play that.
A life wide open is anything you desire it to be. A powerful, on-purpose design to live well daily, in a manner important to you. Tea is like your life. It's all your thoughts, emotions, and actions. To create a life wide open, infuse your tea with 2 ingredients, lemon and honey. Lemon. This cheerful, bright yellow fruit is a powerful, uplifting, and invigorating ingredient for liquid sunshine. Its fresh taste adds a zesty, tangy note to your tea, a little like drinking sunshine. To infuse your tea with lemony liquid sunshine, incorporate this simple strategy daily. The 3 P's: pause, perspective, practice. Pause calms your nervous system and infuses your tea in 2 ways. Number 1, it decreases activity in the region of your brain which is responsible for stress response. The result of this is a greater access to higher functioning regions of your brain. 2, it allows room to evaluate what's important to you. Discovering your values is an important element in creating and sustaining the life you desire. Here's how to add pause to your tea. Use it in times of stress and in times you wish to look at your values. Pause. Take mindful breaths. Do this. 4-count breath in, 4-count breath out. Calm your breath, calm your nervous system. Pause. Ask yourself, what's important to me in this moment? The second P, perspectives. Perspective increases activity in the regions and networks in your brain which facilitate effective decision-making and executive function. This helps you explore possibilities and helps you envision your life wide open. Perspective also encourages a broader outlook on life and an occasion to taste the assortments of your teas. How to gain perspective? Ask yourself, what other ways can I look at this? What are the possibilities? What am I willing to do? The third P, practice. Every tea you experience creates pathways in your brain. These pathways are continually created, reorganized, and restructured. This process is called neuroplasticity. When any particular pathway is frequently used, it becomes stronger and more developed. Take advantage of neuroplasticity. The more you practice the 3 Ps, the quicker and more proficient this pathway becomes, which refines and enriches your teas. The 3 Ps is like a tea break infused with lemony liquid sunshine, a moment in time to observe and design your life. Honey, nutritious and flavorful, it adds sweetness to your tea. Its notable taste turns the ordinary into extraordinary. Tastes of joy and gratitude linger, similar to creating a life wide open. Each time you seek out the joy in the extraordinary, you're rewarded with a hit of dopamine. This important neurochemical provides feelings of pleasure as part of your reward system. Like honey-infused tea, it boosts your mood, helps you pay attention, and keeps you motivated. A delicious option to embrace and sweeten your life. Here's how to infuse honey into your tea. Seek it out. Be available. Listen to children's laughter. Touch the sun's rays. Smell the rain. Taste the flavor of every bite. Let smiles and hugs steal your heart. While infusing tea with lemon and honey promises a noteworthy life wide open, it does something more. It promises a deeper understanding of what it means to be human and what it means to live extraordinarily.
Welcome back, Barb. That was amazing. These are amazing tools.
Just beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we are really excited to hear more about what you're doing with this type of coaching. It's really, really unique and interesting. And we know you're going to help loads of people, as you always have.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
We really appreciate you being on our show. Thank you so much. It was great to see you.
Yes, and we're going to, those who are watching, stay tuned. We're going to give you a little clip from Dr. Kristen Scott, also known as the Yoga Shrink, who's going to join us next week.
Hi everyone, it's Dr. Kristen Scott, the Yoga Shrink, and I'm excited that I am going to be live with Deb and Kellie Lynn on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to be sharing about the law of attraction and how to play with it and how to manifest and create your best life. Over the last couple of years, I have really thrown myself into studying the law of attraction and playing with it, really seeing how it works. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorites with the law of attraction. So that'll be Abraham Hicks and Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and maybe playing with some experiments as well in terms of creating our best life and manifesting. So looking forward to connecting with you. Join us again on Wednesday, June 17th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, Law of Attraction with the Yoga Shrink.